Every Earth Day we pay attention to the 5 R's. Today we're going to talk about my favorite R, the R of reduce. For this adventure all you need is your smart brains. Read on, watch the video with the beautiful pictures of the Earth and decide for yourself what makes sense. The Earth Day videos are slightly different than the other videos in the Adventures app. In the Earth Day videos I don't try to teach you skills. In the Earth Day videos I want to show you the beauty of the Earth. So that is why I am down here and you see the Earth up there. Let's take away this misunderstanding. Reduce is not about having less fun. Reduce is not about having fewer comfortable clothes. Reduce is not about eating less attractive foods. If anything, reduce is about more. It is about more satisfaction. It's about doing the things that you like to do, but with more satisfaction. Satisfaction because you have been thinking about the Earth. But there is more. Reduce is about more money in your bank account. So let's have a look about how that works. There are 3 simple reasons why I like reduce the more. The first one is, if I reduce using the products and the packaging that damage the Earth, then there is less damage. Doesn't that make sense for all of you? So let's go for the second reason. The second reason is that it's good for my wallet. Everybody who starts with reduce starts noticing that they are saving money. If they stop buying things that they don't really need or sometimes that they don't even really want, it simply means they keep more money in their pocket. When reduce becomes part of your lifestyle, you will find that your money in your bank is increasing. Money that you can eventually use for things that you need or that you like. For example, to pay for medical expenses when you have had an accident. To help pay for the study that you want to follow. Or to pay for a new phone. Or for a holiday. Or better even, to help you pay the first down payment of your own house. So, why wouldn't I like something that gives me money? And then I come to the third reason. The third reason is actually a little bit selfish. Sometimes I'm lazy. I don't want to get up and do things. So the less garbage I buy, the less time I need to clean up my room. There are many ways that you can reduce in your life. And I'm sure that you can come up with examples yourself. But below I want to give you 10 examples of how you can reduce. Remember, you don't have to do all these items yourself. Some things work for you and other things work for other people. Important is that your life is enjoyable. And with these examples I want to show to you that fun and taking care of the Earth can go together. Reduce is not about an activity that you do one time. Reduce is about a lifestyle, a way that you can enjoy your life, do the things you like to do, but at the same time take care of the environment. Once you do it for several weeks or months, it becomes automatic. You don't even think about it. When you go into the shop and you purchase the apples that are packaged in paper or in carton instead of the apples that are packaged in plastic, you will feel better. And that positive feeling you will get again when you eat those apples. Let's look at the examples below, see what works for you and make those items part of your lifestyle. Reducing plastical packaging is the easiest one to start with. Plastic is fantastic. It is so incredibly useful. But it also has one problem. It might take decades, sometimes even more than 100 years before it breaks down. So let's start with the easy one. If you have a choice out of two items and one is packaged in carton and the other one is packaged in plastic, choose the one for carton. The next item to look at are plastic bags. The number of plastic bags that are littering the streets, the parks, the forests, the beach and even the sea, it's enormous. So that's a reason why many countries in the world do not allow shopkeepers to give away free plastic bags. In some countries they have even completely forbidden plastic bags at all. This is where you can help. Every time when you go shopping, bring your own bag. And just by doing that, you already reduce a lot of waste. Now get ready for an incredible big number. A number so big that you might not even be able to understand how big it is. Every day, every single day, people use 1.3 billion plastic bottles. That's a 1 with 9 zeros. And add another 30%. That is used every day. And if you purchased a plastic bottle today, then your bottle is one of those 1.3 billion. Luckily, more and more people and companies are realizing this and they're doing their best to reduce it. When I go to my supermarket and I bring my own bottle, I get a discount on orange juice. More and more people nowadays already have their own reusable bottle with them. They fill them at home. These reusable bottles do not only reduce waste, they also save you a lot of money. Because water in a bottle is often more than 100 times as expensive as water that you fill at home. The same applies for drinking cups. Millions and millions of disposable cups are used every single day. And you can bring just your own cup. Many coffee shops and tea shops love to fill your own cup. And when other people see you doing it, they might do that as well. And they come next time with their own personal cup. So that brings me to the third item. Do you bring food to your school or to your office? Or do you buy food on your way home to eat food? Then think about bringing your own reusable food container. Next to bottles and cups, disposable food containers are one of the items that really create a lot of waste. And your own food container is often safer as well. Disposable food containers are made to decompose quickly. That might give you the risk that inside your food you get traces of plastic or styrofoam. That's not what you want to eat. There is one industry that is more intrusive in our lives than any other one, and that is marketing. If you live in a city, every single day you see between 4,000 and 10,000 advertisements. And most of those advertisements only have one goal. They want to attract you to buy their products. They present everything so nice and beautiful that even when you do not need it, you get the feeling, I want to have that. The easiest way at that moment to be nice to your wallet is to implement the waiting time. The waiting time is a very simple rule that makes you decide what you really want and what you don't really want. For example, for every purchase that is more than €5, you can say, I wait 1 day before buying it. For every purchase that is more than €15, you can say, I wait 2 days. And for every purchase that is more than €50, you can say, I wait a week before I buy it. And in many cases you will find that already the next day you feel you don't really need it. Or maybe you have even forgotten completely about what you wanted so much yesterday. By not buying yesterday, you have been nice to your wallet. And by being nice to your wallet, you have reduced as well. So here in the Adventures app, we advise you to use these 5 words. Start using a waiting time. You will see how beneficial it is. The most professional marketing teams are in the fashion industries. They don't only place advertisements, they pay magazines and websites to publish stories about their clothes and to show beautiful pictures. But if you already have 6 t-shirts at home, do you really need more? And how many trousers can we wear? In many cases we forget how many nice clothes we already have in our cupboards. So when you are tempted to buy new clothes, start using the waiting time rule. It's a good way to reduce buying clothes that you do not really want. There are so many things that we only use 1 or 2 or 3 times. It varies from cutlery and plates to, for example, tools that you use to repair something in your house, to a car or a bike that you only use 1 time a week, to a cake pan while you only bake a cake once or twice a year. Instead of buying those things, you can also rent them or borrow them. I have mentioned this title 3 times. I mentioned it 3 times because this is such an important item. This can save you so much money. Instead of going out to a shop and purchasing things, you go to a neighbor or a friend and you ask if you can borrow it. And then the price is only a drink or a bunch of flowers to say thank you. And by borrowing or by renting something, you reduce so much. Not only the packaging, but the actual product itself didn't have to be made. You reduce even on the pollution that is used to ship it, usually from another country, all the way to your place. If you want to be nice to your wallet, if you want to be nice to the earth, then start renting or borrowing things that you only use 1 or 2 times per year. Success with that. It really works. We are almost there, but I left one thing that makes the earth and many people happy if you can do that. For transportation, for heating, we use a lot of fossil fuels. But when we burn the oil or when we burn the coal, a lot of pollution comes free. That pollution is so bad that some people have trouble with breathing. They need to be outside in nature and then it's easier for them to breathe and to enjoy their life. The same applies for the earth. It also has a problem with processing that pollution and to make the air healthy again. So let's try to move away from fossil fuels. Let's take the bicycle instead of a car. And if you have to travel long distances, then think about taking a train instead of a plane. That really makes a big difference. In everyday life, see if you can use electricity instead of burning fossil fuels. More and more electricity is generated in environmental friendly ways. For example, with solar panels, with wind turbines or with hydropower. One of the ways to reduce is reduce use of fossil fuels. My final advice in this adventure: whenever you buy something, think about the next R, the R of reuse. Whenever you buy something for an activity, for example, you buy plates or cups or something like that, if you have to throw it away afterwards, it's a waste. If you can wash it and you can use it another time, not only do you reduce waste, you also reduce the money that you have to spend next time. That's it. Those are 10 examples of what you can do. Some people might tell you that what you do as one person is not really useful. It's too little. They are wrong. Every big trend in the world is started by one person, a person like you. If you start using your own bottle, then other people might see that. And first 5 and then 10 and then eventually 100 persons might copy you. And those 100 persons, they also influence other people. First 5, then 10 persons and also eventually 100 persons. Now imagine this. You as one person, you influence 100 persons. And those 100 persons influence another 100 persons. That's 1 times 100 times 100. That's 10,000 people that start using their own bottle. That reduces 10,000 bottles or more per day, every single day. Your action counts, and your action will result that other people follow you, because reduce makes so much sense. Reduce will take care in more money in your and their pockets. Money that you and they can use for something else. It's time for the Reduce Challenge. Think about what you can do for the earth by using less and being more satisfied. And post it in the Adventures app, maybe with a picture, so your friends and your teachers can see how you deal with the first R. In our next adventure, we are going to look at the second R, the R of reuse. See you at that adventure.